Stop exercising so much after 70. Do these 3 things instead for a healthier, happier life. What if slowing down could actually make you healthier as you age? Discover how embracing mindful rest, savoring simple joys, and practicing gratitude can transform your life after 70. It's not about doing more, but about doing less, intentionally. Learn how these small changes can boost your energy, improve your relationships, and bring lasting happiness. Curious? Try these life-changing practices for just a week and see the difference. Ready to live more fully? Let's dive into the secrets of aging gracefully and living with joy. As we age, society often tells us to keep moving, to stay busy, and to push through every challenge. We are constantly told that physical activity is the key to aging well, that the more we do, the better off we'll be. But as we reach our later years, especially after the age of 70, we may find that constant activity isn't always the answer to living a fulfilling life. In fact, the idea of slowing down, and even resting, is not just helpful but essential for our health and well-being as we age. Yet, many people resist this concept, mistakenly equating rest with laziness or inactivity. The truth is that after 70, our bodies need recovery time more than ever. It's not that we should stop moving entirely, but we must shift our mindset toward a more balanced approach, one that embraces mindful rest as an active part of maintaining our health. When we allow ourselves to rest and recover intentionally, we enhance our energy, improve our physical function, and reduce the stress that comes from overexertion. It is this mindful rest that forms the foundation of a more vibrant, energized life. Take, for instance, the story of Martha, a 74-year-old woman who spent her entire life on the move. Martha had always believed that constant activity was the key to health. She worked long hours, stayed busy with social events, and maintained an intense exercise routine. But in her early 70s, she started feeling worn out, her joints were aching, her energy was low, and she found herself increasingly fatigued despite staying active. She wasn't sure what had gone wrong. After a routine checkup, her doctor explained that her body simply needed more time to recover between activities. At first, Martha resisted. She didn't want to feel like she was giving up or slowing down. However, after learning about the power of strategic rest, she decided to give it a try. Martha began incorporating small, mindful breaks into her daily routine. Instead of rushing through her day, she started taking intentional pauses. She would sit quietly for 10 minutes after her morning walk or pause to take a few deep breaths between errands. These small changes quickly made a difference. Within weeks, she noticed a significant improvement in her energy levels, and her joint pain began to subside. Martha learned that rest didn't mean weakness, it meant smart recovery, which allowed her to do more of the activities she loved, with greater joy and less strain. Martha's story isn't an isolated one. It reflects a broader truth: as we age, we need recovery time just as much as we need activity. Research from the National Institute on Aging has shown that people who practice mindful rest, whether through meditation, quiet reflection, or simply sitting still, show better health outcomes than those who continually push themselves. Rest isn't about doing nothing, it's about doing less with intention. By strategically pausing throughout the day, we give our bodies the time they need to recover, allowing us to function at our best. The physical effects of mindful rest are profound. When we give ourselves time to rest between tasks, our bodies can recover from the wear and tear of daily life. Our muscles rebuild, our joints become less stiff, and our nervous system can recalibrate. We don't have to push ourselves to exhaustion to stay healthy, we simply need to allow for those crucial recovery moments throughout the day. These periods of rest not only reduce physical fatigue but also improve cognitive function and emotional well-being. Dr. Sarah Miller, a leading expert on aging, found that people who took intentional breaks during the day reported better sleep, lower blood pressure, and improved cognitive clarity compared to those who remained overly active. But rest is only one part of the equation. To truly enrich our lives as we age, we also need to find joy in the small moments, the little things that often get overlooked. Our culture teaches us that happiness is found in big accomplishments, grand events, and milestones. But as we age, we start to realize that true fulfillment comes from savoring the simplicity of life's everyday moments. The way sunlight filters through the trees, the sound of laughter shared with friends, or the quiet comfort of a favorite chair, these are the moments that truly bring us peace. The pursuit of big achievements may have been important in our younger years, but in our later years, it's the small moments of joy that carry the most meaning. Take the story of Patricia, a 74-year-old woman who spent her entire life focused on her career. As a young woman, she was driven by the idea that success meant doing more, constantly achieving and constantly moving forward. But when she retired, Patricia found herself facing a difficult truth: despite all her accomplishments, she didn't feel fulfilled. She was constantly busy but never truly content. It was only after she began to slow down that Patricia realized the small joys in life were what had always eluded her. She began to take daily walks, not for exercise but simply to enjoy the sights and sounds of the world around her. She found herself noticing details she had never paid attention to before: the rustling of leaves in the breeze, the soft hum of the world waking up in the morning, the smell of fresh flowers in her garden. These small moments brought her a sense of peace and satisfaction that had been missing in her life for so long. Patricia's experience is an example of the power of slowing down and appreciating life's simplest pleasures. According to research from Dr. Emma Thompson, those who focus on the small moments, such as savoring a cup of coffee or taking a leisurely walk, experience a 60% increase in life satisfaction compared to those who constantly chase after big goals and achievements. The key to happiness in our later years, Dr. Thompson argues, is not found in major milestones but in the daily moments of mindfulness and appreciation that we often overlook. This approach to aging challenges the traditional belief that we must always be doing more. Instead, it invites us to embrace the present and find joy in the quiet moments that often pass unnoticed. By focusing on the simple joys, we can live a life filled with gratitude, peace, and contentment. There is also a profound impact that focusing on small joys has on our relationships. When we begin to appreciate the simple things, we become more attuned to those around us. For example, George, a retired schoolteacher in his late 70s, began to notice that his relationships with his children and grandchildren deepened once he started embracing small moments of connection. George had spent much of his life trying to be the perfect father and grandfather, always busy planning big family gatherings and organizing elaborate activities. But after adopting a slower, more mindful approach to life, he realized that it was the small, everyday moments that truly made a difference: reading a story to his granddaughter, enjoying a quiet dinner with his son, or simply sitting together in silence. These moments, though small, became the foundation of his most meaningful relationships. George's experience shows how slowing down and focusing on the simple moments can enhance our connections with others. When we are fully present, we can deepen our emotional bonds and experience a sense of belonging that no grand gesture can provide. These moments of connection, whether shared with family, friends, or even strangers, become the building blocks of a rich and fulfilling life. In addition to fostering deeper connections, practicing mindfulness and gratitude for the small moments can also have significant health benefits. Research from Dr. Robert Lewis shows that people who regularly notice and appreciate the small joys in life tend to experience improved mood, memory, and immune function. These small moments of joy help shift our focus from what we lack to what we already have, creating a sense of abundance and gratitude that nourishes both our body and our mind. As we age, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that happiness can only be found in big achievements or major events. But by embracing the simple pleasures, the quiet moments of connection, the subtle beauty of nature, the everyday acts of kindness and love, we can cultivate a deeper, more lasting sense of fulfillment. These moments are not only available to us at any age, but they also offer us a way to experience life more richly, with greater meaning and joy. The beauty of aging isn't in what we accomplish, but in how we experience the world around us. And that experience can be filled with joy, gratitude, and connection, if we choose to notice and appreciate the small moments that make up our lives. As we age, the pursuit of constant activity and achievement often leads to burnout and exhaustion. However, embracing mindful rest, finding joy in small moments, and living with gratitude can bring about a more fulfilling and balanced life. These simple practices not only restore our energy but also improve relationships and enhance overall well-being. By slowing down intentionally, we can experience life more deeply and with greater satisfaction. The lesson here is clear: life isn't about doing more, but about being present and appreciating the small things that truly matter. Start incorporating these practices into your daily routine, and watch how they transform your life. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support encourages us to keep bringing you valuable content for a healthier, happier life.